Hi everybody, and welcome back to my kitchen where we're going to be making some dried flower Christmas ornaments this evening. And right here is just some of the flowers that I've been drying throughout the season. I have a whole bunch of them here, but I have much more still hanging to dry in the basement. But let's have a look at what we're working with today. I don't even know where to start. How about with this Orangium? Here is a bunch of Orangium, and I have to be careful with how I pick these up because the leaves were prickly before they were dried. They are extremely prickly now. I'm gonna put these down here. Then we have two types of cress. This is the cress that I planted, and I am pretty happy with the way it dried. You can see that this is the bottom of the plant, and it fell over and then kept growing. So I couldn't use these fresh, but we can cut these into pieces and use them dried. And then this is also another type of cress, I assume. I actually found this growing as a weed, and it wasn't quite nice enough to use in fresh bouquets, but I thought I'd dry it just in case. And now for the colorful stuff. We have a ton of status, of course. Oh, I didn't realize I had that in here. I'm not planning on using these yet. This is, I think they're sometimes called billy balls. Oh, Cresspedia. Cresspedia. I have one lonely stem of Bupleurum, but I brought this bunch up for the status, so I have a whole bunch of status. There's QIS apricot, this is likely QIS dark blue. Same too with a little bit of yellow in there. I have some white. Nice sprays of white, and I have some straw flowers in here as well. Now when I cut flowers to bring in to dry, it's usually just leftovers from bouquet making or a few things here and there, so sometimes I have a small bunch with 2 or 3 things in them. The straw flowers I have this year are, I'm pretty sure this one is Fireball, and I don't know the variety of this one, but it's a really nice light pink. Let's look at the next one. This one is all status. This one is all straw flowers. Oh, look, I have a third variety of cress. This one I'm pretty sure is pennycress with 1 straw flower. And then we have this. I tend to call this by the wrong name. This is Amobium or Winged Everlasting. More straw flowers, more Amobium. And then we have larkspur. These are on nice long stems. This is my first year at drying larkspur, and I'm really happy with how it dried. I have some, these are just some more straw flowers. I just popped the heads off those. Now these, I'm gonna cut all these off too, but these I just must have done that already, or I broke the stems. So the first thing I have to do is cut all of these stems off because we don't need those. This might take me a while, so let's do a quick cut and skip to the good part. All right, I think I have that about as broken down as I need it to be. I should also mention I have a couple of other supplies here. I have 2 pairs of clippers, one a bit heavier duty, which came in handy for the larkspur and the Orangium, but for the rest of it, I just use these little things. Other than that, the only other things that I need are my ornaments, of course, which are down here, and a cup of tea. It's over there so that I don't knock it over. So these ornaments come in a case of 12, and the box is this big. This is exactly the way it was shipped. They come nicely bubble wrapped like that. This is just filler. But in each one of these nice little bubble wrapped sleeves, there is a glass Christmas ornament, and the opening is not very big. I'm starting to second guess the straw flowers a bit. I think some of them will fit. What I would like to do is come up with 3 or 4 different recipes and just make a whole bunch. I actually have 2 cases of those, so I have 48, but I'm going to be ordering a lot more. This is just enough to get me started, maybe get a few early sales. I found when I made these the last couple of years that 2 to 3 different types of flowers in each of these was lots. Oh, there we go. They sort of have to go in bottom first so that the petals will fold up, but that worked really well. There are 5 straw flowers, and I think a sprig of this cress. Now, I know that this is too tall, but if I push it a little bit, I really like that. And then when we put the top on, it's going to hold everything together. There, so there is recipe number 1. I really like that one. Next, I would really love to use some of this larkspur. I think I might pair white larkspur with blue eryngium. Let's try that. Ow, ow, prickly. It's occupational hazards. Now, can I get this in here intact? Well, that was easy. That is recipe number 2. Now we need something in the pink department for recipe number 3, I think. This apricot status is calling to me. I need to use this in something. All right, that is nice because we have that apricot and the green of the stems, but it also needs something else. Maybe this blue larkspur. That's a nice color combination, I think. Oh, I think that one might be my favorite so far. That's really nice. Okay, that's 3. Need a 4th one. I love this dark blue larkspur. It really stands out. But what am I going to pair with that? Pennycress maybe? Let's try that. Let's put some of these bigger flowers on the bottom. Finding things that you can fit in here without destroying them is really the most important thing to think about. There, so we have our 4 recipes for now, and I'm really happy with them. I think those turned out great. I now just have to make a whole bunch of each. I'm going to finish all 48, and then one thing I did not get last year are gift boxes. I ordered a bunch of these on Amazon. They came flat, so I built them this afternoon, which only took a minute. I put my stamp on them and everything. And looking at them now, oh, they'll definitely fit. I'm just going to wrap them in tissue paper. I might leave them in the bubble wrap. Let's see, 1, 2, oh yeah. I think I can even fit 8 in here. This came in a pack of 15, and they even came with some nice little jute string, I think it's jute, and some gift tags to put around it. So I'm really happy to be able to have pre-packaged, ready to go. This year, that's going to make a big difference because wrapping those individual ornaments took forever, took a lot of time. I sold a lot of these at the Christmas market last year, but it was really, really busy keeping up with wrapping them individually. So grab and go boxes was number 1 on my list this year. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of these made, and then I'll check in with you again when I'm done. And here are all the variations that I ended up with, starting over here with dark blue larkspur and pennycress. This one has white larkspur and eryngium. I have a whole bunch of all of these. This is the last one I put together. This is yellow status and straw flowers. And then I did some straw flowers, and I think this might be Persian cress. I'm not 100% sure. Much, much smaller than the pennycress. This one has chive blossoms, lavender, and a little bit of the amobium. This one of my favorites, apricot status, light blue larkspur, and a little bit of cress. This one is similar, just the larkspur is a darker color. And the last one is just a mix of status. This is one of the last ones I did, and it was one of my best sellers today. So I did bring these to the market with me today, and I sold quite a few, which is really great for being mid to late August. I had them in that tray just so that people could see them really clearly, and sold a lot of individual ones. I'm able to pack them right back into these little bubble wrap sleeves that they came in, and put them in a paper bag to keep them safe when they are bought individually. I was also able to put together a bunch of these boxes of 4. I got my stamp on the top, which is great. They have a little tag that says which type of ornament is in them. I think I made up 4 or 5 of these, so they're ready to go. I also prepared a few boxes but didn't pack them. And that's so that people can choose their own. They can choose 4 random ones to pack in the box. So I have pre-stuffed the boxes with tissue paper. There's a string and a tag in there ready to go so that it's really easy for me to make up a custom box. So those are my dried flower Christmas ornaments. I'm so happy with the way these are turning out this year. If you like them too, please hit like on this video. I'd be very grateful. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.